Welcome to Touching Animal Tales. Today, we are diving into an incredible mini-documentary that reveals the fascinating and sometimes touching ways that animals behave. Get ready for stories that will stick with you. Let's jump right in. The forest was alive with the scent of pine and the crunch of leaves underfoot. Jinx, a dignified Akita, walked beside her human, her senses alert to every sound and scent. Suddenly, Jinx's demeanor changed. Ears perked, body tense, eyes fixed on the undergrowth. Her owner paused, recognizing this was no ordinary curiosity. Jinx moved off the path, nose to the ground, following a scent only she could detect. The world seemed to hold its breath as she disappeared behind a thicket. Silence fell, heavy with anticipation. What had Jinx found? Her owner waited, trusting her instincts. Jinx was more than a pet. She was a guardian, responding to a call only she could hear. Moments later, the forest's quiet was broken by the soft rustle of Jinx returning. The stage was set for an act of compassion that would bridge two very different worlds. Sometimes the most extraordinary moments begin with a simple walk in the woods. This was one of those moments. Let's see what Jinx discovered. The story truly begins here. Jinx emerged from the foliage, moving slowly, carrying something delicate in her jaws. It was a tiny, trembling kitten, matted, exhausted, and alone. Jinx, the powerful Akita, became a gentle protector, laying the kitten softly at her owner's feet. The kitten's faint meow was barely audible, but Jinx stayed close, forming a protective barrier. She nudged the kitten, reassuring her with a gentle touch. Despite her fear, the kitten sensed safety beside this gentle giant. Jinx's message was clear. This little life needed help, and she was determined to provide it. The hike was over, a new journey had begun. In that moment a bond was formed, one of trust, protection, and hope. The Akita had chosen her mission. The kitten was no longer alone. Together, they would face what came next. Wrapped in a jacket, the kitten was carried back to the car, Jinx never leaving her side. The ride home was quiet, filled with a sense of responsibility and wonder. Jinx watched over her new charge, alert and protective. At home, the kitten's condition was clear, thin, dirty, and covered in fleas, but with a spark of resilience in her eyes. Immediate care was needed, but the decision to keep her had already been made, sealed by Jinx's unwavering insistence. As the kitten settled onto a soft towel, Jinx lay beside her, offering warmth and comfort. She began to gently groom the kitten, a sign of acceptance and care. In that moment, the house became a home for both. A new chapter had begun, not just for the kitten, but for the entire family. Jinx had found more than a stray. She had found a new family member. The journey of healing and trust was underway, and it all started with a single act of compassion. The first challenge was the kitten's flea infestation. A warm bath was prepared, and though the kitten was frightened, Jinx stayed close, offering comfort. The water washed away dirt and fleas, revealing a healthier if still fragile kitten. Wrapped in a towel, she shivered, but Jinx's gentle nudges helped her relax. The family worked together to dry and warm her, erasing the neglect with care. The next day, a vet visit confirmed the kitten was underweight but otherwise healthy, a true survivor. Treatments were given, and the kitten's new life officially began. Back home, her personality started to shine, curious, playful, and safe. Jinx watched over her, tail wagging as the kitten explored her new world. The rescue phase was over. Now a friendship could truly grow. The bond between Jinx and the kitten deepened with every passing day. Their story of recovery was just beginning. In the days that followed, Jinx and the kitten's connection blossomed. What began as rescue became a deep friendship. Jinx, once a guardian, now became a patient playmate and constant companion. The kitten found warmth and safety nestled against Jinx's thick fur. Jinx responded with gentle care, always aware of her tiny friend. Their playful moments and shared naps spoke of trust and affection. The contrast between them, giant and tiny, made their bond even more touching. Jinx taught the kitten the rhythms of home, offering comfort during storms and guidance in daily life. The family watched in awe as their friendship grew. Jinx had not just saved a life, she had gained a sister. Together, they were inseparable, a perfect duo brought together by fate. Their story was a living example of love beyond boundaries. When Jinx's story was shared online, it touched hearts around the world. Photos of Jinx and her kitten, from rescue to snuggles, quickly went viral. The simple narrative, Jinx found a friend and refused to leave her, resonated deeply. Comments poured in, praising Jinx's compassion and the powerful bond she'd formed. People shared their own stories of animal friendships inspired by this unlikely pair. Jinx was celebrated as a hero and a mother figure, her emotional intelligence shining through. The story became a symbol of kindness, rescue, and the love animals bring into our lives. It reminded everyone that powerful connections can form in the most unexpected ways. The question on everyone's mind, "You're keeping her, right?" was met with a joyful yes. Thanks to Jinx, the kitten had found her forever home. Their story sparked a global conversation about empathy and the deep emotional lives of animals. One act of kindness had inspired thousands. Jinx and her kitten's story is more than heartwarming, it's a lesson in empathy and love. It shows that compassion isn't just human animals too, act selflessly to protect the vulnerable. Jinx's instinct to help transformed a tragedy into hope. Their friendship proves that family is built on love, not just blood or species. Opening our hearts to those in need can lead to the most meaningful connections. Every rescue is a life changed, a story rewritten. Jinx's act of kindness enriched her family and inspired a global community. Their bond reminds us to cherish small moments of tenderness and the connections that make life beautiful. Even the most unlikely friendships can teach us about the power of a compassionate heart. Thank you for watching. If you found this story engaging, please consider liking and subscribing for more heartwarming documentary-style content. I welcome your thoughts in the comments. Let me know which moment resonated with you. For further reading, the article that inspired this video is linked in the description.